and welcome back to my bi-weekly Shop My Stash. I'm just going to go over everything that I used for the last 2 weeks and then we'll pick the new stuff. So we're just going to start over here in this corner. I have my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Trio. I really enjoy this palette. I'm starting to hit pan right here. I'm going to continue using this and keep it in my Shop My Stash. And I'm going to focus mainly on the outer two shades for the time being, just to see if we can work on that a little bit more, especially now that I've been out in the sun a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of sun, so I think if I focus on those more, it will work for me. Then we have the Natasha Diamond and Glow palette. This was okay. The diamond part kind of crumpled apart on me again. It's not the first time. It's like the third time. But the pink shade's pretty in it. And one of my favorite highlighter companies, this is Vintage Cosmetics, and this is the Rose Gold shade. Really enjoyed that. In the palm of your hand, I didn't use any of the eyeshadows in here, but I did use the bronzer exclusively this week, and I used some of these I used all these blushes and the Mary Luminizer as well. And I also used this NYX Sweet Cheeks palette, and I used the highlighter from this Renaissance, or Revolution Beauty Renaissance Bronze and Glow palette. I had some lip products here. I did use all of the lip products that are here right now. There's more over there. I used them too. I almost decluttered this one, but once it sheared out on my lips, it was a really pretty color. Like, the color kind of threw me a bit because it's so bronzy. But once it sheared out, it was really nice. And this is not sticky at all. It was very comfortable to wear. But yeah, we got our other lip products here, a couple of eye products. The Makeup Geek eyeliner and Plumera. These eyeliners, I don't know if she still sells them or not, but they're really good. They're super creamy and they stay in the waterline. The EyeKo Black Magic. This one's pretty good. It says it's waterproof. Kind of is. Kind of isn't. The CoverFX. What is this? A Shimmer Veil. Shimmer Veil. It's a liquid shadow. I didn't use this, so I'm going to keep it in my Shop My Stash for this week, or the next couple weeks. And this Medusa's makeup, it's a Mythical Eyedust in Psykhe. I'm going to actually declutter this one from my collection. It's really pretty in the pan. It has kind of like a taupey purple kind of color to it with that gold in it, but when you put it on your eyes, you lose the gold. Even with the glitter glue, it doesn't stay. It's just not as pretty as it is in the pan. So I'm just going to get rid of it because it's a little bit disappointing to use. Okay, on to eyeshadows. We have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. Love this one. We have the Revolution Beauty Peanut Butter Cup palette. Again, really enjoyed it. I liked, spoiler, all of my palettes this week. This one, the Beauty Creations Tease Me palette, I was ready to declutter. And it's not because of the quality, it's just the colors in here are kind of to me. But it does have two in particular, actually three. This one Classy, this one Lust, and this one Fire up here. All very beautiful shades, and especially Fire is very unique to my collection. So for those shades alone, this is staying. And we have the Turkish Delight palette from Revolution Beauty. Another one that I love. I think I wore the glitters in here once, but the rest of the palette I wore a few times and I liked it. The Too Faced Razzle Dazzle palette. And the IBY Poolside palette. Wearing this the last couple weeks, it reminded me that I had forgotten about this palette, and it really is a really good palette, very underrated. The quality in here is really nice. Now for the part that I say every time I do one of these videos. If you are new here, I'm just going to explain how I do my Shop My Stash videos. So my eyeshadow palettes in particular, I have them all numbered and I have them all written down in this book. And every 2 weeks I pick 6 palettes using a random number generator, and I let it choose the palette based on the number that comes up, and I mark it down. And I do not reuse a palette until I've gone through my entire collection. So sometimes it takes me like 30 tries before I can get to like 6 palettes that I haven't used yet, but that is what I do, and I stick with it. And so yeah, it just helps me rotate through my collection evenly, and I declutter things that I'm really not enjoying as I go along then. So that is what I do, and then I just pick the rest of the stuff just based on what I feel like using. Okay, so the palettes that came up for this week, don't mind my squeaking chair, is the Suva Beauty Protege palette. Then we also had the Magic palette from Juvia's Place, which is the big one. Yes, this one right here. We also had the Ccolor Cosmetics Unisex 4 palette come up. And the Ccolor Cosmetics, where is it? This one, the Bubble Nebula palette also came up. The Kat Von D or KVD Beauty Satan Center palette. As well as the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Another palette that I have that I'm going to use, it's kind of a 7th one, but I'm only going to use it once, is the Solar Flare palette by BH Cosmetics. The only reason why I'm going to use it once is because I purchased it this past week, and I just wanted to try it once before I put it into my collection. I like to do that with all of my palettes. Use them at least one time, and then put them away until their number comes up. So that will happen with this guy too. For face palettes, I am going to use this one. I use this all the time anyway as a contour. As you can see, I've hit major pan on the top 2 shades. I'm using the darker one now, but I really want to throughout the summer, because this will be my main contour that I use. I don't have a large number of contour powders, so this will be the one that I use for the summertime. But throughout the summer, I want to just keep this in my stash and focus on this blush and these 2 highlighters as well, and see if I can use them up a little bit. Another one I'm going to use right now is the Cheek Leaders palette. It does have bronzers and 2 blushes and a highlighter in it. So I'm going to pull this one out as well. And I'm going to pull one more, maybe one that focuses more on blushes. I think I'll pull this e.l.f. one. This is the darker one out of the 2 that they have. I probably don't need to pull another blush, but pull one I am. Oh, yeah. So I think, what one should I pull for now? I think I'll pull this Silky Touch blush from Essence. This is in the shade Autumn Peach. And one more. You know what? We'll do this Ciate London one. This is in the shade Matchmaker. And then we'll pick a few highlighters for the next couple of weeks. Let's see. I'm going to pick Amrezy. And I think I'm going to pick this Peach Kiss from Revolution Beauty. Yeah, it's Peach Kiss. And maybe this pretty vulgar one. This is in the shade Sparkling Sass. For an eyeliner this week, I think I'm going to try out this Physicians Formula waterproof eye booster pen. See how that works for me, if it's really waterproof or not. And what other one? Where is it? There we go. Come here. Well, this is one of the Makeup Forever. Oops, there we go. This is a Makeup Forever Aqua XL pencil in the shade. Does it have it on here, or did I sharpen it off? No idea what the shade is. It's probably a number, because that's what they do. But we'll pick this one. For lip products, I think I'm going to pick this one. This is Fosta from, what's the company here? Lovecraft Beauty. And you know what? We'll pick this one too. This is the Velvet-Rouge Lipstick from Bourjois in the shade Rouge Velvet. And I say this every week, these are dusty. Let's see. You know what? We'll pick this Max Factor lipstick in the shade Cherry Kiss. How about we go with this Bodyography Electric Slide one in the shade Cupid's Bow. It's kind of a gloss, kind of not. It's a hybrid. And we'll use this Tarte one. This is the Tarte, I don't even know what shade it is. Oh, Below Deck. There we go. And a liquid lipstick. We'll just go with this Smashbox Always On. This is in the shade Babe Alert. And how about this ColourPop one in the shade Brink? Okay, then we have our liquid shadows and pigments. I am going to keep that. Which one was it? This one. The liquid shadow from CoverFX. I'm going to use this one. But I will pick a pigment. You know what? I'll go with the golden one. This is the You Can Be pigment in 02 Starlight. This is what the palettes look like. This is the one that I'm only going to be using the one time. This is the Solar Flare palette from BH Cosmetics. Then we have the Unisex 4 palette right here. This is a dupe for the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. We have the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I had to think about that for a minute. Yes, sunrise, not sunset. The Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette. We have the You Can Be Bubble Nebula Changeable palette. This is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette. This is the Suva Beauty Protege palette. It's just 6 shades with 2 highlighters in there. And I have to pull my phone back to get a picture of this. It's so big. And the Juvia's Place, the Magic palette. For the face products, we have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Trio in here. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Contour Book. I believe it's volume 3. Yes. Then we have that Ciate London Blush in Matchmaker. We have the Revolution Peach Kiss Highlighter. The Cheek Leaders Bronze Squad Palette. The Essence Autumn Peach Blush. The Sparkling Sass Highlighter from Pretty Vulgar. The Amrezy Palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I could just look at this all day long. It's just so pretty. And the Dark Blush Palette from e.l.f. And now we have the rest of the products that I'll be using. This is the You Can Be pigment. I do have it on my hand right at the top on the left. My left, anyway. The one right there. It's sparkly. It's kind of a yellowy champagne color. Then we have my Physicians Formula Eye Booster Highlighter, or eyeliner. It's black. I don't need to swatch it. That Makeup Forever eyeliner is right there next to the pigment. Underneath the pigment, we have the Amethyst liquid shadow. Then we have the Lovecraft Beauty lipstick beside that Amethyst liquid shadow. Underneath the liquid shadow, we do have this ColourPop one, and beside the ColourPop one, we do have the Bourjois lipstick. Then coming down here, we have the Bodyography one. That is the one on the left, second to the bottom. Beside that, we have the lip gloss from Tarte. And then underneath the Bodyography one, the one on the very bottom on my left is the Smashbox liquid lipstick. And then the very last one on the bottom on my right would be the Max Factor lipstick right there. And that is everything that I will be using for the next couple of weeks for my bi-weekly Shop My Stash. Let me know in the comments below, as always, how you're doing and if you have any of these palettes and what are your thoughts on them, or what are you using for the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic couple of weeks. Bye-bye.